Some days are rough. Some days are tough. One great man once said, but enough is enough, says this man. AJ is back again, less than 24 hours after we spoke to you about AJ and the free spirit. He's back again. Stay right there. We'll look into this at BWTM Sports. Don't go anywhere. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to BWTM Sports Gaming. If you haven't smashed the subscribe button already, please do consider that. Smash the like button if you're into the room and you're watching this video. Really appreciate you all. 24 hours ago, or less than 24 hours ago, I was talking about Anthonyjoshua and the free spirit. And people in the comment section commenting and saying, basically, this guy's lost his marbles. And even people have privately messaged me on Instagram and have said to me that this guy's lost his mind. Let me clear something before I go on any further. Right? This has got nothing to do with me hating Anthonyjoshua. This is the fact that there's a guy I think that could have been a great world heavyweight champion, but his talent has been wasted. That's why I think of it. I want to understand what this and make this very clear. This isn't bashing Anthonyjoshua. But less than 24 hours after the video I did about critical of him being free-spirited, I'm going to be free-spirit and he's got Roy Jones as potentially his trainer. This has happened, and if somebody can explain this one to me, then yeah, let me just pop this up on the screen for you. Less than me on the screen, and let me just pop this up for you. Here, this. Yeah, right. Let front and back and center. This. What the hell is this? Anthonyjoshua with Jake Paul standing side by side. How the mighty are fallen. Is this some kind of a joke? Yeah, I know that they're there because of Floyd Mayweather's got a fight coming up and all the rest of it. Yeah, I get all that. Are you serious? Are you kidding me? Anthonyjoshua standing next to Jake Paul. Now, you know Joshua's already been beaten by, like I put in my description, in my comment section, he got beat by the fat guy. No, I didn't say that. I'm just saying what the media would say, what the critics would say. He got beat by a fat guy, got beat by a small guy, and then he's got a YouTuber standing next to him. Now, Jake Paul, to be fair, I always thought that Jake Paul was a better boxer, better fighter than his brother Logan. I always said that. But just imagine for a second the great heavyweights: Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, George Foreman, Ken Norton, Sonny Liston. Could you imagine them standing next to Jake Paul? Mike Tyson. Could you imagine these guys standing next to Jake Paul? Would they even be allowed to stand next to somebody like that? Like that. Think about this for a second. Is it out of the realm of possibilities that Jake Paul could call a fight with Anthonyjoshua? I mean, he's called out Tyson Fury. Could you imagine? You know, like the logic. Anthonyjoshua has got lots and lots and lots of money. Clearly, he's not short of a bob or two. If it was someone like, I don't know, example, Tony Bellew standing next to Jake Paul, I get it. A Carl Froch standing next to Jake Paul, I get it. But the former world unified heavyweight champion of the world standing next to Jake Paul. Who's propping whose career up at the moment here? Who's the A side here and who's the B side? You'd think Anthonyjoshua, but is it? Really. You see this here, this picture here, it's nothing more to me than circus. Like, it might have just been a photo opportunity, but I've got this expression, even if you're not doing evil, even if you're caught in sight of other people doing evil, you're evil. Do you understand what I'm trying to say here? In this picture here, right, you've got Jake Paul, who's just come off his best win against Anderson Silva, and you've got him standing next to Anthonyjoshua, who's lost back-to-back, more or less, to Alexander Usyk. That's not a bad thing, but he was expected to destroy Alexander Usyk, if you think about it. How the mighty have fallen. And it is not out of the realms of possibility, especially with Anthonyjoshua talking about being a free spirit, that a Jake Paul fight with Anthonyjoshua could happen. It's not out of the realms, right? It's possible, very possible. And I just think, in my personal opinion, there's no way in hell I'd be standing next to Jake Paul. Yes, he's a promoter, and yes, he's a fighter. There's no way in hell I'd be caught dead as a former undisputed or unified heavyweight champion. I'd be caught dead standing next to Jake Paul taking a photograph. It just wouldn't be happening. It's not for money. If it's a business partnership, it's different because I'd be wearing suit and tie and I'd be shaking hands and saying, Anthonyjoshua and Jake Paul go into business to promote fighters. I get that. But this picture here, no. And I know how this boxing world works. I'm sorry, but this here is pure circus. I don't know what you all think, but I'm done. I'm absolutely done. I'm done. Because this stuff here, to me, is pure circus. It's circus. Huh? Yes, Jake Paul has had his best win against Anderson Silva. I faded Anderson Silva to that, who was never known as a boxer. Right? If you boxing fans condone this stuff, it's the reason why people like Jake Paul are now in this sport, because our sport was not tight enough and allowed a guy from UFC to step in from UFC into boxing and make more money than most boxers today. And is that right? It shouldn't be right. But he's putting the work in, getting the promotion. So I'm not knocking Jake Paul. The man I am looking at is Anthonyjoshua. I'm thinking, bro, what are you doing here? You're opening the door wider for this guy to walk through it. He's ready to run up his gums with Tyson Fury, saying he wants to fight Tyson Fury. I wonder if Tyson Fury would stand next to Jake Paul and do that. I wonder if he would. Maybe he has done. I don't know. Maybe to promote a fight, but really? Really? I don't think so. And this is a guy, Jake Paul, who's already facing off against Andrew Tate. Yeah, him. I mean, me, I'm sorry. I'm all about the sweet sides. I'm all about maybe nostalgia, old-fashioned guys getting in the ring and doing the business. I understand promotions needed in this era of social media, but there's some things which me, as far as I'm concerned, I consider career suicide, and this is another one of them steps. I told you before the rematch. AJ doesn't care about. He just wants to be a celebrity and hang out in Dubai with his bimbos. But nobody believes me. No, I believe you. I believed you because remember when he did an interview? No, he was at a university and he was talking about, it's about the money, it's about the bling bling. He didn't really give a damn about boxing. He said it. More or less, he didn't care about boxing. It was about the bling bling. And you're going to invest and pay pay-per-view for this guy. Listen, Anthony, it's nothing personal, mate. All I'm saying is that you could be the best heavyweight in the world under the right tutelage, right? I really believe you could have been. But his argument, here's this two things. I asked somebody in the comment section whether, because Anthonyjoshua doesn't believe in himself enough, he found ways to fail at the highest level. He found ways out. He knew that there's a possibility he's going to get knocked up at injuries. That's why he went and got a sports psychologist. He started handing the belts over to Andy Ruiz. He then was posing with Alexander Usyk in a very accommodating fashion, only to get his ass beaten by Usyk in the first fight and then get beat by him in the second fight. Now he's posing next to Jake Paul. There's almost a resignation. Like, this is it. Yeah, this is where I belong. Mediocre. A good heavyweight, but that's it. Like, your own limitations. That's AJ and Jake Paul laughing out loud. But that's it. This is what I'm saying. I'm done. I'm done. If I, let's put it this way. If I was out of the country, right, and I got this picture sent to me on a WhatsApp that AJ, and I was the other side of the world, was in Dubai, and this happened in England, and it was in Dubai, right? And I was on a flight to the Caribbean. You know what I'd be doing? I'd be getting a flight straight back to England, having emergency talks with AJ. Seriously, because this stuff, it just makes a mockery of the heavyweight division. It makes a mockery of his own career, as far as I'm concerned, as a person that wants to see the best in the heavyweight division and keeping the heavyweight. Can you imagine Jake Paul in the heavyweight division just for a second? The people saying that if Usyk can beat Jake Paul, can beat. But look, this is a man that's saying he's quite happy to get in the ring with Canelo. Again, Roy Jones has no heavyweight experience. Yes, I could possibly disagree with you there, Taylor, because at least Roy Jones fought in the heavyweight division. That's a plus point. He fought John Ruiz in the heavyweight division. And I remember that fight at the time I was in America. And I was in Roy Jones's gym at the time in Florida when Roy Jones was preparing to go and fight. He left Florida. He was preparing to fight John Ruiz. But the difference between Garcia and Roy Jones is that Roy Jones actually has fought a heavyweight. Robert Garcia has never fought a heavyweight. So if you talk about fighters that are now trainers that have got experience in fighting a heavyweight, Roy's fought a heavyweight. So that's just a plus up. But to me, Evening Ingram, blessings Ingram. How long till Femi dyes his hair yellow and acts like Simon Phoenix from Demolition Man? LOL. What a plonker! It's going that way. Listen, the only other thing that I'm expecting AJ to do now, wait for it, is WWE, Fast and Furious. Maybe not in Fast and Furious. What's that other show? The one with Stallone in it. It's got, did I say Canelo or Tyson Fury's in it now? What's it again? Expendables, whatever they are. That movie. AJ looks more happy with him. Shake man, what the hell is going on in this picture? I don't know, but I don't like him. I don't like any part of it. I don't like the start, the beginning, and I don't like the fact that they both kind of look like they're wearing the same type of clothing. Oh, actually, there were a laser event. Let me read this. Actually, let me read the event. Just to pay you people off even more. Let me read about the event, because I didn't read it. I didn't read the event, right? And I guess if I read this article now, I'm going to go absolutely ballistic. I saw that they went to some laser event or something let me get the article up anyway. Let me see if I bring the article up. We reduce this. You don't know how upset I am at the moment with this nonsense. No idea. Let's read it anyway. I hope you all can read this. See what I'm putting up here. Jake Paul poses with Anthonyjoshua. Not Anthonyjoshua poses with Jake Paul. Jake Paul poses with Anthonyjoshua. Do you see that already? This is from a British media. Jake Paul poses with Anthonyjoshua. How the mighty have fallen ahead of Tommy Fury showdown at Floyd Mayweather fight. Jake Paul has posted a picture on social media with Anthonyjoshua in a showdown with Tommy Fury at Floyd Mayweather's fight against DJ. Jake Paul has been hanging out with Anthonyjoshua in Dubai as the two spent time playing laser tag ahead of both Floyd Mayweather and Tommy Fury fighting on Saturday night. Mayweather is set to fight KSI's younger brother DJ in an exhibition bout, where meanwhile Paul's long-term rival Tommy Fury will be in action as he's set to face American Paul Bamber on the undercard. The night will also see Love Island winner Jack Fincham face Paul's training partner Anthony Taylor. Anthony Taylor, who's been on BWTM before the interview. Paul is just weeks removed from an impressive victory over legendary UFC fighter Anderson Silva, with Paul defeating Silva in the boxing ring by the way of majority decision after he knocked the Brazilian down in the final round. Paul remains undefeated in his career, wins over Tyron Woodley, Ben Askren, Nate Robinson, and Esson Gibb, whatever the hell his name is. Anyway, the 25-year-old has been long linked with fight with Fury, with the two having fight dates on two separate occasions. However, Fury was forced to pull out back in 2021 after suffering a broken rib and chest infection before a second date was confirmed, in which was hampered by Fury's inability to acquire and basically a visa into the USA. Paul is said to be interested in making a fight happen against Fury, even stated he'd be happy to come to the United Kingdom. Paul has a history with both main event fighters, with his brother Logan Paul facing Floyd Mayweather in 2021, with Jake having an altercation with Mayweather. He stole his hat before running away to face-to-face between the two. Paul also has a long-standing rival with KSI, DJ's brother, and fought DJ himself exhibition in 2018. Now, you see where Joshua's name is further down. Not even Anthonyjoshua. Joshua is expected to attend the fight on Saturday after being in Dubai alongside Lawrence Okolie, who had trained with Paul earlier this week. When speaking on how Paul did his sport, Okolie said he's better than most boxers people hate because of his influence or background. Paul spent Friday with Joshua, Okolie, and friends as they played laser tag before Paul returned to his hotel with his girlfriend, Julia Rose, as can be seen on his Instagram story. Paul also shared a video with controversial figure Andrew Tate ahead of a potential fight new share, stating he's in negotiation of fight against the former kickboxer who's banned from YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Meanwhile, Joshua, is also 3 months removed from his consecutive loss to Alexander Usyk, is seemingly enjoying his life away from the spotlight with no fight being discussed for the future. Enjoying his time away from the spotlight. What's he talking about? Enjoying his life? He's talking about now getting back in the ring and training with Roy Jones Jr. and being a free spirit. What the hell are they talking about? His promoter, Eddie Hearn, has teased a potential fight with 2023 with Deontay Wilder. Ain't going to happen. Who won on his comeback against Robert Helenius, because we all know that Wilder's going to go and fight Ruiz. If you knock Ruiz out, we know he's going for the heavyweight championship of the world against either Usyk or Fury. Against Helenius in impressive style, which Hearn named as one of the world's biggest fights. He said Joshua against Deontay will be the biggest fight in boxing because someone is knocking someone out in that fight. Joshua will be back very early next year, and I want him to see get active. Well, okay. So you all see it there yourselves, and it's a flipping joke as far as I'm concerned. Absolute joke. Let me just go back up to that picture again, because it's just... See, this man, how could this man's name be ahead of Anthonyjoshua, former unified heavyweight champion of the world, former Olympic gold medalist? And this guy is just fought on YouTube, as a YouTuber who's fought a bunch of guys. I mean, can you, somebody please explain that to me? Look at it. Jake Paul posed with Anthonyjoshua. Like Jake Paul's the A side and Joshua's the B side. Thank you, Charlie Wilson. So there you have it. All you AJ fans. AJ. Well, there you go. Hearn said that AJ will be back end of March, April. Yeah, well, he better be careful he don't get beat. He better be careful he doesn't get beat in his comeback fight. Be careful he don't get chinned in his comeback fight. That's all I know. Jake Paul is a big celebrity globally. Wow. Isn't that telling you something? That Jake Paul is globally more successful than Anthonyjoshua. I don't know how the hell that can be. Because, you know, obviously AJ is Nigerian. So he's got the whole of Nigeria. That's 220 million plus people right there who know who Anthonyjoshua is. He's got the UK. You know, he's got the USA, even though he got beat by Ruiz. Isn't he got Under Armour and all the other sponsorships he's got? But wow, bigger celebrity. But in the fight game, Jake Paul's not in the fight game, which is what this is about, not celebrity status. Anthonyjoshua is the A side, if we're going to go that way. But if we're going down celebrity, poor man's shield from the WWE. I don't know, people, but this to me, it looks to me, it's for me, it's career suicide, and it's a slippery slope of no return. When you start taking photographs and posing next to Jake Paul, well, don't say I didn't warn you guys. Delaying his fight to avoid real competition. Well, we know now that Ruiz is going to fight Deontay Wilder. Yeah, we know that's happening. We know that Fury will fight Chisora, and should he get through that fight, they're saying that Usyk versus Fury is a done deal. So we know those two fights are sewn up. And probably AJ will come back and fight someone like, if I'm not, I wouldn't be surprised if it was someone like Chris Arreola. Who's the other guy? The guy that Dubois knocked out for the title. What's his name? The WBA champion. Trevor Bryant. Maybe Joshua could fight him. But yeah. It's not good, people. It's not good. Not good. Anyway, thank you all so much as always. Appreciate you all. Please do leave your comments in the comment section, as always. And yes, I did see the Eubank interview, and I do have to do a video of that as well. I got a different take on that whole Eubank thing. I don't think Eubank's crazy at all. I have a different take on it, but I'm going to talk about it another time. But thank you all so much as always. Thank you so much. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, leave your comments. Always appreciate you all in the room. Share the videos as well. I'm out. Take care.